Welcome back, I am Dr. Ruckus, and today we are playing SIMIC Ramp in Mythic Brothers War Standard. The goal of this deck is to ramp very aggressively early in the game right into our devastating top end, including the Cityscape Leveler, in 8 mana 8/8 trample whenever you cast a spell, and whenever it attacks, destroy up to one target any non-land permanent. It also has Unearth for 8, so if it's in the graveyard, you can pay 8, bring it back with haste, and do it one more time to both attack for 8 trample damage and also pick off one of their non-land permanents. The other top end we have is Portal to Phyrexia, a 9-mana artifact. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices 3 creatures, which is completely devastating against numerous opponents, but it also has a second line of text, which makes it even more final in its effect. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So if they don't scoop on the first effect, you can just keep bringing back their creatures or your own creatures every single turn until they scoop. Now, in order to survive long enough to hit these devastating top ends, we need two things. One, we need aggressive ramp in the early game, and also some cards in the middle that really bridge the gap and either ramp or stabilize and allow us to survive long enough to hit the top end. There are two cards that do this really well in this deck. One, the Mightstone and Weakstone, and two, the Blade Coil Serpent. The Mightstone and Weakstone is a 5-mana legendary artifact. When it enters the battlefield, choose one of the following. Either draw 2 cards or target creature gets -5/-5. Then you can also tap it to make 2 colorless mana, which can only be spent to cast artifact spells for the most part. So this does two things. One, ideally you play it on turn 4, right? You hit some ramp in the early game. You can play this on turn 4 instead of 5. Give -5/-5 to their biggest creature, stabilize the board, and ramp the next turn into one of your big baddies. The other thing it can do is against a control opponent who's just dirtling and doing nothing, you can just take the draw too and further progress your hand towards the ultimate state you want to be in. The Blade Coil Serpent is the other one that really does a good job of stabilizing the board. A turn 6 5/4 isn't that impressive, but often with the ramp, you can dump this thing on turn 4 or 5, drop this 5/4 creature, which does stabilize the battlefield, and for every double blue spent to cast it, you draw a card. This is really good. Even if they're able to remove it or trade off, you still get the draw card out of it and can stall the opponent out long enough to continue ramping into your top end. The rest of the deck is just ramp for the most part. Azuz's Many Journeys lets you play an extra land the turn it comes down. Root Coil Creeper, a creature land that ramps you. Joint Exploration can either be your 2-drop or your 3-drop and allows you to play an extra land for the turn after scrying and drawing a card. Argothian Opportunist is a new card from Brothers War, 3 mana 3/2 that pumps out a Power Stone token. And Jewel Thief is a one we've had before, 3 mana 3/3 Vigilance Trample. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token, again ramping you. And then the last new card is Awake in the Woods. Pay X green and a green for a sorcery, create X 1/1 green Forest Dryad land creature tokens, basically just pumping out extra lands. This is pretty good on turns 3 or 4 or even 5. You can make 2 to 3 of these green tokens. That really ramps you aggressively up into your top end. That's the deck. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the play, looks like a keep to me. Close to ramping right into the Serpent. Land for turn. Drop the Creeper. Tap land. All right. Slow start by the opponent. Drop you. Nothing really to ramp into, so we'll attack with the Creeper this turn. Hit it for 2. Drop a Jewel Thief. All right. Up to 5 mana. Top deck a land. We get to play the Serpent. They tap out. Essentially tap out. So top decking land here is huge. All right. They remove one of our ramp creatures. We hit the land, though. So we have 5 mana this turn. So I guess we just dump everything out there. Actually, there's no reason to dump Azusa. Okay, here comes a Jewel Thief. Get in for 3 Vigilance damage and set up next turn for a Blade Coil Serpent. Ideally, they don't hold open blue and something else. Ideally, they tap out here. But they don't. I don't think it's worth slamming the Serpent, because we only get the trigger when it enters the battlefield. So instead we just sit until they tap out. We have 6 damage per turn. It's not awful. Let's see if they want to spend removal here. They eat it all. We can drop you just to get another creature later. You're not doing a whole lot otherwise. Okay, they have to answer 6 per turn eventually. Ideally by tapping out and not holding 2 mana open. Burn down the house. Okay. Tap out successful. More land is fine. Let's just make sure we use all the blue we can. So what is that? We have 8 mana total. So yeah, we'll do X equals 2 here. Sure, that's correct. Okay, take our draws. Okay, little refresh isn't bad. Maestro's Charm. Can that take out Portal to Phyrexia? Target creature or planeswalker? No. They have open blue mana, though. Do we go for the portal? 3 cards on hand, 1 blue open. We haven't seen any counterspells yet. I think it's still pretty likely they play it. We actually don't even have the mana to play portal anyway. So we'll try to run these guys out. That one sticks. They're thinking about something. Maybe targeted removal. I think we dump everything here. Ideally, they don't have the next burn down the house, but yeah, it looks like they... I think this implies they do not have it. Okay, they don't Maestro's Charm. Kind of interesting. Maybe they do have burn down the house. Otherwise, you think they might just deal 5 damage. Parasitic Grasp there. Well, they really gained a lot of life off this card. Manual taps. Okay. So we get to resolve Portal to Phyrexia, and it's possible they don't have an answer in the deck. Yeah, I mean, we'll just start bringing creatures back every turn. Hit them for 3. And see if they can answer an artifact. We haven't seen anything yet. Tainted Indulgence. They dig for answers, but I don't know what answer they would get. Tainted Indulgence again. Okay. Parasitic Grasps. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll get back the Serpent, I guess. Even though we're not paying X for it. It's fine. Okay. Yep, comes in for free. More land. I don't know if they play discard effects. We'll probably just play everything out every turn. Okay, so we don't know what the win con is. It could be the copy, the Invoke Despair. It could be the 6-mana Arcane Bombardment. But it's Tainted Indulgence for now. It could just be Shouldered. It is Invoke Despair. So they want to copy and Invoke Despair multiple times and win the game. And we might not be able to race them. Yeah, we'll keep taking the Serpent here. Okay. That's a decent top deck. It does something. We'll take out the Celestis. Okay. It survives Burn Down the House, and we now have 2 creatures for Invoke Despair, so they have to copy Invoke Despair here. They want to pick off both creatures. Burn Down the House once, and I guess they use a 3-mana removal spell on the Leveler. But we'll just get the Leveler back next turn with Phyrexia. Parasitic Grasp. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the Leveler again. Sure. Oh, this is only when it's cast. Interesting. You don't just get the enter the battlefield trigger. I'm curious to see if they can win from this position. Look at the top 5 cards. I mean, they can chain Invoke Despairs. They can definitely get there. They ban a Path to Peril, which they can only cast with the Celestis. Strangle there. Invoke Despair again. Okay. We do have some life gain ability in the form of Azusa. 2 Invoke Despairs down. Keep getting back the Leveler here. We need a little more gas. But we're not there yet. 2 Invoke Despairs left in the deck. Plus they can win with Burn Down the House, potentially. Maestro's Charm, they keep digging. They get Galvanic Iteration. How much mana do they have? They have enough to copy... No, they don't. They do this now. They only have 4 mana available. Can only be used to cast non-artifact spells. It's possible they forgot. Yeah. This mana can't be spent to cast a non-artifact spell, so they cannot copy Invoke Despair. They might have missed that. Oh, that's so big for us. We might have lost there, honestly. Even Portal to Phyrexia is tough to beat that deck. On the play with ramps 2 and 3, we'd ideally hit a 5-mana ramp source as well, but we'll do our best here. Start here, keep our options open. Mono black. Cold Conscript. Okay. Play Island into Creeper. I think I'd rather see the Conscript on 1 than the Evolve Sleeper. Take 2. And cut down. Okay. No ramp for us. And backup Cold Conscript. 4 damage per turn. Need the second green to kick the exploration. That'll put us up to 5 mana next turn. We don't have anything to do with it yet. Okay. Eat it all. Down to 14. Underdog it is. And we kick you. Don't need more land. Blocker's okay. Also helps us ramp. Sure, put you out there, that's fine. Jewel Thief as well. We could go Jewel Thief plus Opportunist just to stall, but I don't love that. Stick. Okay. Opponent uses their timer, stick comes out, so they have cut down here. So we probably don't even want to run out the... We weren't going to run out our Opportunist really anyway. And here. So if we have to, we could power up the Foundry to block. I would really prefer not to. Liliana, sack a creature, so we could power up the Foundry just to sack a creature. Which we might have to do. I guess we don't actually need to lose the treasure token. So we'll just lose the land here. Keep the 3/3, which holds back a lot of their damage. No blocks. This holds back a lot of damage each turn. Creeper as well. That's not bad. If we play out both of these, they plus. And I guess we threaten to take out Liliana here is what we do. Okay. We'd love it if they double blocked. Actually, we'd love it if they didn't. Sorry. We really want to be able to play out our entire hand this turn. They let Liliana go. So what if they have backup Liliana? So we'd like to play the land for sure. And over those two, we'd like to play the Opportunist. But we need 1 more mana to do it next turn. So we're going to hope they don't have removal. Or we're going to hope they don't have backup Liliana and plus. That's our least favorite outcome. Cut down there. Okay, so we're off the Cityscape Leveler anyway. It's still top deck land for it. They attack all here. Yeah, we don't really care about any of these creatures. We'd even block with the Opportunist. If that's the case, we want to pick off a non-skeleton, right? We could trade with the Conscript. I'm okay with that. Slow down the damage a little bit. We drop to 3, and they can't replay these. Transmogrant's Crown. We don't hit the land. We play out the Jewel Thief. Attack with Vigilance. We're almost there. 1 more turn to pick off the Underdog. Trespasser. That's okay. Hard to target with the Leveler. We probably take this trade. We're getting pretty low here. We can take the Crown next turn. I think this is probably worth it. Just keep us... They still run Invoke Despair in this deck. Serpent's not bad, but Leveler takes their creatures away every single turn. So I think we start with the Leveler here. Just try to strip as many options from them as possible. And then next turn, we have to take you. We don't have enough mana to pay for the Trespasser. And we can offer this trade with Vigilance. We take it. Okay. Sure. We got the Serpent next turn for X equals 2 green. Shoulder. I mean, I guess we just attack here with the Leveler, so it's okay. Destroy you. We can play you out, but we don't actually want to... we'll just do 2 green. X equals 0. 2 green should be fine. Shouldn't take any life off the Pain land. Draw up. It's a close game. Land Invoke Despair drops us down to... okay, that's not it. Nice. Ooh. That could have been a close one. Worked out well for us. We're on the draw. We don't have any 2-drops, but we do have a number of blockers which can trade. Kumano. Okay. Yeah. Hello. We don't hit a 2-drop. Start here. This allows us to play a turn 2 Root Coil Creeper if we draw into it. But we're taking a lot of damage early. We definitely just need to trade off as aggressively as possible. Try to survive. Okay, we actually hit a 2-drop here. Does allow us to ramp a little bit, which is good. Gain 3 life next turn. But we're under a ton of pressure. Ancestral Anger. Okay. Hit their next land drop. Potentially they didn't have it before taking the draw. Hit us for 6. Holds mana open. Okay. So we'll drop the Jewel Thief here. Still dies to Lightning Strike, but the Opportunist dies to play with fire. So this is how it has to be. Just maximize our chances of keeping this thing alive. Probably is going to die to Lightning Strike right here, but have to play to every out we have. Yep, there it is. Not surprising. Okay, let's see it. Taking at least 5 this turn. Next turn we get a blocker out of this, which matters. And if we top deck land, we get a Serpent. Phoenix Chick, damage in the air that can't be blocked. Okay. Takes 6 damage. Drop to 7. We don't hit land. So they probably have another Lightning Strike here. But I think we spend everything to stabilize. And see if they go Lightning Strike creatures or Lightning Strike face and just try to get him with the Chick. Play with fire there. Okay. Alright, that's it. Raiju also hurts a lot. We're kind of close to surviving, but the Phoenix Chick is just going to peck away every turn. Strangle, okay. Probably attack all here, take 3. Just you two. Alright, happily take the trade. Take 1 down to 6. We need a land here. We get it, okay. Let's go. X equals 0, confirm. Okay, this is our chance to get out of this. We hit 1 card. Is Serpent enough? Have to take the trade here. We're just trying to stabilize. They probably have play with fire. It's okay. There's a really long pause here, but the rope timer hasn't come out. I don't know if the game froze, but we can still click successfully. Okay, the rope timer finally comes out. I guess they either DC'd or they're trying to decide if they want to play with fire / Lightning Strike the Serpent or just go face here. They might have just DC'd though. It's hard to tell. Okay, not sure if they DC'd or just gave us the salty rope there. But we will press on. Still X equals 0. Confirm. Take the next draw. Ideally hit land if we haven't already played one. We played the Creeper. Might have already played land this turn. Okay, the stick continues. They either DC'd or are salty roping us. Okay, we'll never know. Too bad. On the play with a nice curve here. Let's do it. Hit you down first. Try not to have to use the Pain Lance until we absolutely have to. Orzhov. Orzhov aggro. Okay. Here comes the Creeper. And hopefully have some nice removal on turn 4 or so. Bankbuster. That's pretty interesting in their aggro deck. No attacks. Okay. Slow start is great for us. Opportunist this turn. And next turn we just pick off... we could actually attack here, but that's not our game plan. We're about to pick off whatever their 3-drop is with the Mightstone. Another Initiate. Very slow for them. Alright. This is our kind of game. I think we just take the Mightstone and draw. Alright. Go ahead and draw 2. Okay, we have the Serpent in hand. That's pretty good. Yeah, no attacks. Just hang out. I mean, we should win the long game here. Unless they have some crazy things in here we don't expect. But if they're playing Hopeful Initiates, they should be low to the ground and aggressive. They shouldn't have big top end to compete with us. Tap land, so no shoulder this turn. That's nice because we want to draw with the Serpent. We hit land. So we can do Serpent for X equals 2 here. Yep, Serpent for X equals 2. And we have quadruple green is... Quadruple blue is all. That's fine. Okay. Draw up, and we hit Portal. So we're sitting pretty here. I think we will attack. Because ideally we get a nice Portal off next turn. If they want to trade anything, that's good for us. Guarantees we can pick off whatever creatures they want to play next turn. Okay. They pick off the Serpent in response, which is fine. They can't put a massive amount of pressure on this turn. They're not going to be any hasty 4 or 5 drops in Orzhov, I don't think. They take the manual draw. Luckily, Destroy Evil can only pick off enchantments and not artifacts, so Portal might stick around. They don't attack. I think we're fine to drop the Portal here anyway. Let's just get it done. And we're not doing anything else, so we have become the beatdown. They take a manual draw. We need artifact removal, which the Initiate can't actually do. So we need to be mindful of... Alright. Well, it's painful to draw cards now. Take the Serpent. And we might just Might Stone the Apocalypse here. Okay. Yep, I'm sure. Keep this one. -5 Shouldered. Swing in for a lot. Happy to send everyone in there. I'm not sure if they play sweepers. I don't think we really need to overextend anymore. We could actually make a pretty wide board with Wake in the Woods and swing for lethal. So we'll just play Azusa and play out an extra land this turn. And in there. Like, I guess if they played, whatever the 6 mana exile everything is, that'd be pretty brutal. I'd be a little surprised since they play Hopeful Initiate, but you never know. Okay, nice victory. Triple Might Stone, 4 landers, that's a snap keep. Okay, looking better. Maybe put back Joint Exploration. Keep the rest of it. Looks okay to me. Opponent is on the play with Orzhov. You can go turn 3 Thief into potentially turn 4 Mightstone into the Serpent. Bankbuster, okay. And we'll see if that's enough. We did hit the 4th land drop, so we're going to execute the plan. And we'll see if it's enough. Take the manual draw. Get our treasure token out of the deal. We can go right into the Mightstone. Okay, Celestis. We haven't seen any blue, though, so we're not worried about counter spells, I guess. Just go Mightstone, draw a card. Okay, draw 2 cards. They take their manual draw again. Alright, get in there for 3. And next turn, start going Serpents and drawing cards every turn. Playline Binding. They take out the ramp source, I suppose. It's actually okay, because we have the backup anyway. We're incentivized to play lots of blue here. Okay, draw 2 cards. Feels good. Ooh, Portal to Phyrexia. Not super relevant because they don't have creatures in the graveyard, but maybe at some point they'll play something. Okay. Shouldered. That's a good Portal to Phyrexia target. We're not quite there. We'll go no blocks this turn. That's okay. We don't have enough mana to play it this coming turn anyway. Down to 16. Another Jewel Thief. We actually don't really want to draw that many cards with the Blade Serpent. Maybe we wait until we Portal first. If we just play the Jewel Thief this turn, then that gives us enough to Portal next turn. Maybe we Blade Serpent a subsequent turn. So let's just get our treasure token. Let's hope they don't take out our next Mightstone here. That would be a little bit awkward. No attacks into the Death Touch and turn. So they Leyline Binding this next Mightstone. It's going to be not ideal for us. We'd love to resolve a Portal to Phyrexia here. They do have blue, by the way, so we don't know if they have counter spells or not. That's kind of a lot to jam into this deck. The Kami War. Okay. And they exile the Mightstone again. Obnoxious. No attacks, though. Well, we can almost wait until this thing flips. We could drop a Blade Serpent without paying. That's a lot of cards to draw, though. I don't think we want to lose that much life. I think we do nothing this turn. No attacks. Okay. Next turn, we'll drop another land. Celestis flips. They drop off Depopulate. I mean, we're hoping they don't run counterspells. If they return the treasure token, I'm going to be so peeved. Discard a card. Sure, we can drop off one of these lands, I think. I think the Pain land's good to go. Bankbuster returns. They have blue mana open via the Celestis. Flesh Gorger. Okay. Nice. So because they did that, they can't power up the Bankbuster to sack 3 creatures ignoring Sheoldred. So they're all tapped out except for this one treasure token. So I think we get to resolve a portal here. We draw another Serpent, so we're going to have a ton of draw power next turn. But here comes the portal. Auto Bay. Oh, they are able to crew it even though it's tapped. Okay, so they keep Sheoldred then, which is too bad. Okay, but we can still get back a... These guys have Vigilance, so we'll get in there anyway. We can still get back the Lifelink Engorger. We really wanted to deal with Sheoldred, though. That's too bad. They just barely got around that. Leyline Binding, take the portal. Great. Yeah, the Serpent really just destroys us here against Sheoldred. It's unfortunate. Briefcase. So technically we can just draw 1 off this Serpent. We can go green, green, green. Blue, blue, blue. I guess if we do that, we just straight up lose to the 6/6. And I guess we've lost here no matter what. There's nothing we can do. We'd have to top deck something we don't have access to. Yeah, so we take 1 draw, but there's no way to do it. They removed too many Mightstones. Definitely slowed us down, so not going to get this one. On the play, I mean, anything into turn 4 Mightstone is pretty good. I do wish that we had a 2-drop, but this isn't the worst hand. Okay, tap land. No 2-drop for us. Tap land again, okay. Fine by me. Get the Jewel Thief down. Probably won't slam the Mightstone into counter magic. This is actually Sultai, though. Yeah, we probably will not slam Mightstone here. Start with an attack. Take it all, no stick at all. Okay. We'll try another Jewel Thief here. No stick there. So they had no instance, no removal. They only have permanents or sorceries in hand. Let's see if they tap out this turn. They do. Okay. It's an easy Mightstone target. -5. Take you out. Bash in for 6 Vigilance. And scoop. Next turn, Cityscape Leveler. Take their next creature. Easy money. On the play with some ramp into the Serpent. It's not ideal, but it's not awful. Start here. Makoto on mono white, do nothing, okay. Actually get to ramp on turn 2, feels pretty good. Okay. Turn 3, probably Jewel Thief, but we'll see. Intrepid Adversary, it is in fact some form of white aggro. Phyrexia. I think we Jewel Thief here. Happy to trade at some point. They go right into a Cathar. It's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. We hit more land, it's pretty good. Flip the Azusa, now we have a blocker as well. Could go X equals 3 Awaken the Woods. Plenty of mana for next turn. I'm down for that. Okay. Adeline it is, plus a recruitment officer. We might just take the free block here. How badly do we want to trade with the adversary? Thing is, we need to pick off Adeline somehow. We might use the Seeker and a 1/1 to block Adeline. Let's just take the free block this turn, eat 3. It's the first damage of the game. We got 17 more life to play with. We hit blue, that's pretty nice. It allows us to draw heavily here. Okay. X equals 0 is fine, because we don't have extra blue to invest anyway. Just put in double blue. Okay, and no attacks. So if we block with the Seeker, we do actually get to cast a Joint Exploration. Siege Veteran. They don't attack, though. I think we drop Jewel Thief and just guarantee... We're going to do this anyway. We could start with a Joint Exploration. That leaves us 1 fewer blocker. I don't think it really changes what we're going to do, though. Let's just drop the Jewel Thief this turn. No attacks. And we'll plan to Joint Exploration this turn for 1 kicker. Siege Veteran again, okay. And Guardian of New Benalia. That's a super wide board. See if they attack this time. They make the biggest Adeline they can. Okay. 2 attackers. They still don't attack. Okay. So we'll take this, and we will kick. Do we need to land? We don't need to land. We might want 1 more. We really just want bangers at this point. I don't even think we take this next land. I think we're just looking for bangers. Not a banger. Okay. Alright, well, there's the next land. So we drop Portal this turn. And start bringing back creatures every turn. They get to drop off the worst ones here. But we'll have an infinite source of chump blocks. So now our worst fear is the 1 mana 1/2 that can pick off artifacts or enchantments by removing counters. That's their best top deck, because that picks off the Portal to Phyrexia. Alright, they get a lot of Soldiers tokens out of the deal. Don't need to deploy anything else. And no attacks. So we're at a stalemate for now. Paragon, interesting. They can play back Brutal Cathar, but then not this turn. They can also start flying over the top. Let's see if they put the counter on the flyer. Start putting on the indestructible creature. Okay. Well, we're gonna need some more gas. Okay. 2 to the top. So I think we'd like to take Adeline this turn. Oh, we can get Brutal Cathar this coming turn. Take the Sarah Paragon? That's pretty good for us. Take 6 this turn? I think that's fine. Oh, I missed the 1/1. My bad. Too far on the right there. Okay. So Portal triggers. We take the Cathar and take their Sarah Paragon, I think. Land's not it, though. We need to do better than that. Start with a Joint Exploration. I guess we could have hit a Serpent, so maybe go double green here. Use all of our green on that. I think that's okay. I don't want to use the blue yet. Oh, we have to use the blue, my bad. Okay. Mightstone picks off what? The Benalia. That's okay. We have plenty of blockers. Maybe that's good enough. I think I'd prefer not to lose the blockers at this point. We're a little bit too close to dead. So we'll use treasure instead. -5. Take out the Benalia while we can. Yikes. Maybe play the Creeper. Okay. Well, we need to not die against a pretty massive army. These guys are actually okay to trade. They trade for 2 cards at once. They probably don't want to trade any of this stuff off. If they trade multiple cards for each of these, it's actually okay. Okay, that significantly reduces the threat of dying this turn, which I'm pretty happy with. Just need to top deck some gas. Brutal Cathar, take our Brutal Cathar, get back to Paragon. That sucks. Play out the Benalia, get back their indestructible creature. Yeah, that sucks. Put the counter somewhere they can jam through for damage. Put the counter on the flyer. They're going to fly to victory. Is there anyone we can get? The Serpent does not block the flyer. Adeline's pretty big. Trepid Adversary has lifelink, I guess. All this is very bad. I guess we take Adeline. We needed more gas. It's not more gas. Okay. Looking close to game here. What does it take to win? I don't think we can get there from here. Triple Brutal Cathar draw, maybe? Yeah, that's tough. Pump the entire squad. Okay. I think that's game. I guess we could draw into the Leveler. If we do not die immediately, we could draw the Leveler, kill the Cathar, take the Paragon again. But with 5 blockers, even if we go block, 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 that's still lethal. So that's game. I think we'll call it there. Oh, they're not going to attack with everyone? Yeah, they are. Oh, man. I mean, if they don't attack all, we can draw into the Leveler, I guess. They should just slam attack all here, though. Okay, pretty conservative. So we just take a chump block instead. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose. But I guess we can make them have it. I don't even think that is a Leveler even enough. Suppose we take the Serpent, unless we need the mana for anything. 7. He leaves back a blocker. Okay, we'll actually take this. All right, top deck the Leveler or lose, and probably lose anyway. Yeah, we'll lose there. Okay, now we'll call it there. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like, a subscribe, and maybe even a comment. It all helps out the algorithm. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.